everyone, thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for a show I have not watched in a couple of years, Marriage Bootcamp Reality Stars. I only watch this show when there's somebody on there that I like watch in whatever other show they on. And this particular season, I'm deciding to watch because who do they have on this dang on show? Peter and Amina. Jesus. They also have Kaylin and Javi. You know, Peter and Amina is from Love and Hip Hop New York. They have Kaylin and Javi, who are from Teen Mom 2. They also have Megan, who was on Bad Girls Club in a short stint on Basketball Wives LA. So I'm like, let's see how ratchet this is going to be this particular season. Now, the other two couples who I don't know, because I don't watch their shows, it was Julia and JJ from Bachelor in Paradise. I don't watch Bachelor or The Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise or anything else associated with the Bachelor show. They also had two people from the Shahs of Sunset. I'm going to probably pronounce this name wrong. Asifa? I need to figure out how to pronounce her name. Let me figure out how to pronounce her name. Lord Jesus, it's Asafa. Damn it, I just forgot that quick. Asafa. I'm going to probably mispronounce that. I have to keep saying to myself Asafa. So Asafa and Bobby, who were on Shahs of Sunset. I don't watch Shahs of Sunset either, even though I do watch other Bravo shows. So I have my notes broken down like couple by couple. I think Megan and her boyfriend DeAndre, I don't see a point in them being there. I really don't, like, not at all. Am I gonna go in order? Let me just go in order if I got these notes so I don't get confused. So the first couple, and this is how they came into the house. So the first couple to come in, of course, is Amina and Peter. Now, Amina and Peter are not new to reality TV. Amina and Peter are on Love and Hip Hop New York. Amina is Peter's wife. Peter also has a baby mama named Tara. Peter, Tara, and Amina have been in a triangle for the past all seasons. They've been on Love and Hip Hop New York. Whereas it was first shown how Peter was with Tara. They were living together. They have a couple of kids together. Amina was his artist. Lo and behold, he actually married Amina. They ended up having a child together. Of course, it was a whole thing of him cheating on Tara, cheating on Amina, going back and forth. Basically, he was cheating on them both. But they both was dumb because Tara got Peter by him cheating on the girl before her. So it's a whole cycle out in these streets. And, you know, it was all on Love and Hip Hop after season, you know, with him cheating on Amina, him cheating on Tara, him lying to both women being upset with each other as if he isn't the common denominator. You know, there was even episodes where they showed Peter waking up with Tara on the air mattress on the floor. And I'm like, you got pregnant on the air mattress on the floor? You know, he ended up getting Tara pregnant while being married to Amina. This is after Amina and him has had a baby. And right after Amina had an abortion with their second child. So what does Amina do when she finds out Tara is pregnant with the baby by Peter? And Peter said how he doesn't want any more children. Amina gets pregnant by Peter. So yeah, Amina and Tara were pregnant at the same time, a little bit at the same time. Yeah, at the same time they were both pregnant. Tara was just further along. A bunch of bullshit and fuckery. So they come into the house and Peter is already in the car on the way to the house saying, I don't know why we coming here. You know, I don't know why you want to, you know, fix it with me after everything I've done. Amina, he's giving you every out you can take. He has done everything to make you not want to be with him. And your ass still stick around using the tired excuse, well, we married. But y'all not, I mean, y'all are legally married, but y'all do not have a marriage, mama. And I wish you would just move on. And it's also apparent that this season was taped a while ago. Let's just say that. And the reason I say that is because Kaylin and Javi, who are on there, they're not divorced yet. And they have been divorced for a little bit of a minute. She's also not pregnant. And we know she got pregnant not long after he came home from deployment. So I'm thinking this must have been recorded at least a year ago. you know, then, because she didn't got pregnant and had the baby by now. So this was recorded, or this was taped at least a year ago, and we're just now seeing it. So no one should take this like, okay, yes, they went to marriage boot camp 3 months ago. No, people went to marriage boot camp at least a year ago, and it's just not being aired. So yeah, Amina and them, they're in the car on the way there, you know. He's saying to her, you know, well, unless you come in here to say you're going to move back to New York, I don't know why we're coming here. And she like, well, unless you're going to stop sleeping with Tara, we're going to get a divorce. Which pisses him off, and he then get out the car as the car is moving. And she like, see, you always leaving me. But who cares, girl? Girl, who cares? And I mean, Peter's a piece of shit. He's been a piece of shit forever. I mean, and at this point, we can't even blame him, because he showed Tara and Amina who he is, and they still choose to stick around and keep dealing with him, and both has had babies with him after he cheated on them both. Stupidity at its finest. So, and I'm like, you talking about, you know, if you stop sleeping with a Tara, we can still be married. You 3 years too late, girl. He has been consistently sleeping with both of y'all forever, and y'all continue to sleep with him, and now under the guise of, well, we're separated, so I can sleep with him because it's not like we're a couple. And then Tara will say stuff like, well, he separated from his wife, and we ain't together, we still sleeping together. Is it that much of a dick shortage in the world that y'all can't get nobody else? I mean, and I get that you love who you love, and it's hard to pick who you love, but you're not going to walk over me just because I love you at all. Love ain't worth that much. Not at all. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not yesterday. Not the day before. None of the days is love worth all the bullshit. So, you know, when Peter gets ready to get out the car, one of the producers walk up to him like, you know, hey, you can't leave before you get to the house. You know, this is why you're here. He's trying to coax him into not leaving. And Peter like, y'all got all the cameras in my face? Duh, fool. You want a reality show? You think they ain't gonna have cameras? And my thing is, I feel like you're overreacting because you know it's cameras around. You wasn't even this hype on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, I don't know if it's because y'all wasn't on the last season or two of Love and Hip Hop and you need a check and you like, let me get some good TV on this show, because if we do some good TV on this show, we can then be back on the other reality show. All I know is, ain't no reason for y'all to be here, because you clearly love them both, or love yourself more than either of them, because you're still sleeping with two women who you know want to be with you in full, but you won't give them your full self. And you know, Amina does walk in the house alone because Peter got out the car. And, you know, Peter is saying to the producer, like, you know, either to the producer or in his confessional, one of the two, but he was saying how, you know, I really do love Amina. I do love her, but I don't think I can give her what she wants. Which just means I can't stop sticking my penis in other females to give her a monogamous marriage. That is what he's saying. And he, again, has given her every reason to leave him and divorce him. He has cheated on you in public, all on the blogs, all on reality TV, and we know he cheated. He had a baby on you while you guys were married, and then after he had that baby on you, he still tells you he loves Tara, and he's still sleeping with her. What do you, because even if he say, I'm not going to do it no more, do you believe him? You think 10 days to marriage boot camp is going to fix this girl? No, don't be dumb. No, idiot. And I hate, you know, but she's stupid. Amina is stupid at this point. So, you know, another part in the, because all it was them coming into the house, and then this other part. So it was the part where the doctors have them go into a room, and every season they do a thing where they show parts of the audition tape, which is of the couples talking about each other's issues. And so for Peter, you know, Peter reveals that he has never been faithful in any relationship, ever. Okay, bye. That means I need to go. Because if you've never been faithful in any relationship, and you've already cheated on me numerous of times, and you don't care how much it helps me, then we're not supposed to be together. Either that, or I need to accept you gonna cheat, and it's gonna be a polygamous relationship. But you can't expect him to be faithful if he's telling you he's never been faithful. He's not gonna be faithful. You can't make him change. You have to just either accept who he is, let him cheat in peace, or leave. Bottom line, you know, and she said how she's never been as hurt as she was when she found out that Tara was pregnant after she had that miscarriage. I mean, after she had an abortion. My thing is, you had an abortion because you and him weren't in a good place. Y'all weren't. you shouldn't have got pregnant again, because another baby didn't fix your marriage. So I get that you was hurt because you had an abortion, and then she was pregnant. She was keeping her baby, but she kept her baby because she didn't care what you said or what Peter said. You care about Peter too much, girl. You stupid. Abina also says how she feels like he's an alcoholic, that he drinks too much. He didn't like that accusation. He said, "Why call me alcoholic? Why can't I just be a person who drinks?" Or whatever. And I do think there's a difference between a person being an alcoholic and a person who just drinks a lot. And he was trying to walk away like, oh, this is too much, she's blaming everything on me, not on her, and even though I know I'm at fault. But he came back and sat his ass down, and he admitted that he probably just had too much to drink, and that's why he was overreacting. So yeah. We seen Julie and JJ come into the house. Now, again, I'm not familiar with them on their show or whatever, so I don't know what happened before now. I can't speak onto that. We do see that he lives in Denver, where he co-parents his child with his ex-wife. She lives in San Diego with her child. So they don't even live in the same state. They have only been dating for 3 months. The fuck? Why are you in marriage boot camp if you... Look, 3 months... If you need marriage boot camp after 3 months, you don't need to be together. Okay, let's be honest. After 3, you don't need to be in marriage boot camp in 3 months in. Again, I feel like y'all is on here for a check. That's it. I feel like they there to, it's stupid. So during their interview process, we find out that, JJ cheated on his ex-wife, who he's now co-parenting with. And that's one of the reasons they're divorced. But he also says that, the marriage just wasn't good, and he cheated just to end the marriage. I'm like, you could have just left. You didn't have to cheat, but it is what it is. But he then says how his ex-wife is his ideal woman, and he doesn't really know if he's completely over her. Then why you at marriage boot camp with your girlfriend? Why wouldn't you be at marriage boot camp with your ex-wife? So I'm guessing if that's what's gonna happen. It's his ex. Did they show somebody coming to the thing and I saw some white legs? I kept rewinding to see if it was white legs or black legs, because I'm like, they either was gonna bring in Tara for the whole, Amina Peter drama, and Tara was brown skin, so then wasn't her legs. I'm wondering if they brought in JJ's wife. I wondered that might be good. Or his ex-wife, I'm sorry. We have that part. For Julia, we just found out that her husband committed suicide 3 years into their marriage, and they had a 7-week-old baby at the time. I mean, that's heartbreaking. So, but again, I don't know why they at marriage boot camp. I don't. So that was basically everything that it was with them. Megan and her boyfriend DeAndre. DeAndre is cute. Okay, hey DeAndre. DeAndre is cute. So we see she's from Bad Girls Club. I don't know where he's from. I'm guessing he's just like a boyfriend. Because he says, I'm DeAndre, I'm her boyfriend, and she's like, you my what? No, we working on that. But why y'all on marriage boot camp? Again, I'm asking why these people... I'm really asking if you're not married, why you on marriage boot camp, especially if you ain't been together that long. So they don't say how long they've been together, but I feel like their relationship is fake in one way or the other. I think the drama she's creating is fake because, again, she wants a check. Because she was on Bad Girls Club. I think she was on a couple of their challenge shows for the Bad Girls Club. She had one season of Basketball Wives. And I'm like, she just jumping from show to show to see where she can get her foot in. Because she wants to be, in that realm. Which is fine, but I just wish a person would be on a reality show because the issue was real. I just don't think y'all have any issues. Y'all ain't nowhere near ready to be married. So why would y'all be on marriage boot camp? And she's really all about herself. That's just true. She was, even because, they came to the house and they were sitting down talking to the other couples. And when someone noticed a ring, like a championship ring on his finger, he like, oh yeah, it's from when I was playing in college. She like, and it was like 4 years ago. It was like so long ago. It don't matter. If a person wins a Super Bowl 5 years ago and they go somewhere and they wear their ring, they still won a Super Bowl. What you front on that man for, girl? Shut up. So, doing their video reveal, as I'm going to call it, Megan is just saying how, she makes more money than him, so she feels like she should be able to dictate everything. He should have to listen to her because she makes more money. And she has a whole little list that she thinks a person should be. Females in these lists, you can have a couple of key things on your list, but you can't have a plethora of things and think any man's going to meet everything on your list, especially if you're as self-centered as she seems to be. And she was saying, I don't want to marry a man who only makes $10. I get that, you know what I'm saying? But as long as that man is making some money, it shouldn't matter what he's doing. You can't want him to have more drive, but you can't want a man to have more drive, and your way of doing that is berating him and belittling him. That ain't gonna make him do nothing else, girl. Just, again, shut up. And then she kept bringing up how she dated an athlete, a basketball player, and she left him. Okay, and you know how many people dated a basketball player before? Now if you said you dated a unicorn, or if you said you dated a leprechaun, that would be like, you dated a leprechaun? Girl, did you? But a basketball player? And? Okay. So, you know, he used to say how he loved her, but they should not get married. I don't know why they on the show. She's extremely extra. She's already irking my nerves. She kept on saying something or no. I hate anyone who says or no. I think, why can't you say it's like or no or not? I hate or no. I think it's so ratchet. She's loud. I'm not here for Megan. And I think it's because I feel like she's there to just be on a show. That's my true honest opinion. So, I'm going to forget how to say his lady's name. Asafa. I hope that's right. And Bobby, who are from Shot. I'm going to start saying the couple from Shot to Sunset, because I might forget how to pronounce their name, and I don't want to be rude. They've been together for a total of 8 years. They were married for one of those years. They are now separated. No, they're now divorced, but dating each other. And they've been together off and on for these whole 8 years, which includes that 1 year marriage. I haven't figured them out yet. I don't know. I don't think they're on here to be fake, but then again, they might be, and I just haven't picked up on it yet. You know, doing their show and tell video session. She feels like Bobby is the playboy, and she feels like he also blames her or tries to punish her because when she was pregnant with their child, she had an abortion, which he was strictly against. And, you know, he's saying how he doesn't know if she's the one, and kind of does say he blames her or is still upset with her about this abortion that she had. You know, abortion is a tough subject because at the end of the day, it's the woman's body, and she is to dictate what she does with it, and I 100% believe that. But I also feel like when you're dating someone and that's also their child, you you have to take their feelings into effect as well, or you at least have to have a conversation about why you're making the choice to do what you're doing with your body, because again, it's still their child. But I think that's the only other person that you have to have that conversation with. It's the other person who's that parent. Like, you don't have to ask like your friends or your whoever else, you know, because they ain't got nothing to do with it. But I think there should always be a conversation between you and the person you're pregnant by or with about having abortions. And we know when the Child of Sunset couple came in, they were sitting around talking, and Amina brought up how Peter cheated on her and had a baby on her. And what I didn't like, because then Peter said, you know, I have 10 kids by 6 different women. I want all of my kids to know each other. I want them to be, you know, a family. JJ, old monkey ass, in his confessional thing, he's sitting there talking with the girl, Julia, whoever his girlfriend is. And he says, you know, all these issues they have, and this is crazy. And, you know, I can't believe they were raised like that, you know. They have too many issues. That's not how we were raised, because we were raised right. Unlike Peter and Amina. My thing is, I hate people who are judgmental about how someone is raised. You can't say, well, even though I'm not defending Peter for having 10 kids by 6 different women, but you can't make it seem like because of the mistakes that they have made, that they were raised wrong. People make different choices. It doesn't matter their upbringing. You can have a great upbringing and still grow up to be an asshole. But to say that you were raised right as if the way you're living is any better than anyone else, shut the fuck up, JJ. Okay? Shut the fuck up, you cheater. Kiss my ass. So yeah. So lastly, who we see coming into the house, it is Javi and Kale. First of all, Kale introduced him into the confession thing as her future ex-husband, or no, her soon-to-be ex-husband, and even says to the couples once they're in the house that her and Javi are almost divorced. The divorce will be done in about a week or so. I'm like, really? Then why are y'all here? But I get Javi Javi wants to still be married to Kale. Kale does not want to be married anymore because Kale is selfish for the most part. And I'm guessing they are there because they do have a child. They need to be able to co-parent. But I also feel like Javi wants to stay married, and he feels like if they can fix it, maybe they can stay together. Or maybe they can get together later on down the line. But we know that ain't true or ain't gonna happen because since this has been recorded, she has gotten pregnant by another man and had another baby. So, you know, they both say how they did not expect marriage to be so hard, but how they both allowed other people into their marriage to cause conflict. Meaning you can't have your friends and family, you know, in your marriage. You can't. You have to keep it between your spouse, and God. Because when you allow other people into your marriage, it causes conflict. It just does. So, you know, Javi brings up how he found out that Kel was cheating while he was deployed, you know, because he's, you know, in the military. And, you know, she's like, that's not true. You know, that's not true. And, you know, but I also don't call it cheating because we were separated. And he's like, you know, well, you're not separated if the other person doesn't know you're separated. Which gets her all mad up in her feeling, I'm gonna walk out. But Kel, she gets on her nerves too. So, you know, during their video release reveal thing, you know, Javi is saying how he feels like Kel is a cheater and a liar. I mean, I feel that too. Because I watched Teen Mom too. So it do seem like, not saying they had a perfect marriage, because no marriage is perfect, but it did seem like when he left to deploy on the show, they were trying to work things out. They were. She was like, we weren't happy. The marriage was horrible. Then if you weren't happy and you didn't tell him that and you were lying, acting like y'all were going to work things out, you are a liar. And if you cheated when he was gone, you're a cheater. Liar, cheater. That's what he said. You know, they both, she keeps saying that she doesn't feel like she was cheating because she felt like her cheating wasn't wrong, or her saying they were separated wasn't wrong because they weren't happy. But she then also said, you know, it's hard because I can't live with him, but at the same time I can't live without him. Typical people in love. I feel like they need to be there. I think they do need to learn to communicate better. But the fact that she had a baby, and we know that she had a baby, it kind of ruins the ending because we know how it ends. So we should see how they're communicating. I don't know why my house phone is ringing. No one ever calls my house phone. If you can hear it, I'm going to ignore it. Probably like a telemarketer or whatever. So during the confessional thing, you know, Javi brings up how she cheated with some girl and she was caught kissing out of the town or whatever, and with their friend Becky, who he also knew. The fact that my house phone ringing is hilarious. Then as he's saying that, guess who pops up? Becky with the good hair. And Becky like, I object. I'm like, Becky, where the fuck you come from? Javi not happy. He like, what the fuck is she doing here? You know, she says how, you know, she's on Kale's side because Javi sometimes isn't nice and he has this whole nice guy demeanor, but that's not who he really is, and how his friends are always attacking Kale. But the thing about it is, both of their friends, their set of friends attacks the other one. I've seen Twitter back and forth between their friends. It's a whole mess. But at the same time, they both admit Becky is not the problem, you know. And that's the one thing that they have to understand. Javi then said, she cheated on me with 3 guys. I'm looking like, damn, Kel, did you? We know she cheated with at least one. You know, she said that she did not cheat, you know. And she also, as she's crying, she's saying, you know, I don't have to explain anything to you. And that's Kel's problem. She really, because then she said, people fuck up when they move on. She feel like the fact that she fucked up and she knows she fucked up, and he knows she did it, he should just accept that she did wrong and not have to, she doesn't want to have to explain herself to him. But you do, Kel, because he was still your husband. And this, it's called effective, I use this word all the time at work, it's called effective communication. If you don't effectively communicate things to me, if you do something dumb, it's going to piss me off because we didn't have a conversation about it. So that's her problem. She does not effectively communicate. So of course she walk off as she always does. Becky with the good hair follows her, and you know, she's just saying, you know, I just don't want to be here. I'm so angry. How everybody is in the beginning. So it is what it is. You know, I'm still thinking, why the fuck is Becky there? Go home, Becky. Go ahead on, Becky. So, you know, Kel is saying how she thinks that Javi believes other people who tell him stuff, even if it isn't true, which causes conflict between them. But I'm pretty sure that's what people do. Y'all should have went to marriage counseling before it got this bad. That's what y'all should have did. So, you know, Javi says how they need to be there so they can talk without being at each other's throats. I completely agree. And she's saying how, you know, Javi is mad because he can't let go of the things that I've done wrong. It's like, yeah, he can't because you don't even admit to them or apologize for them or discuss them. You just do them and think people can just get over stuff. And it's like, it's as if you're not sorry. You don't give people a chance to get over it. You can't do something and be like, well, I did it, just get over it. That ain't how life works, my mom. Just because you are void of emotions and feelings regarding certain situations doesn't mean the person you did it to is. I've always said you can't do something to someone and try to dictate how they react to it. You have to just deal with it as it comes. So, you know, the last part of it is just the couples all go to their rooms. You know, Amina and Peter's room I thought was funny. They had an extra girl in the room, like a doll, like a mannequin, to represent Tara. Amina, of course, is mad about it. You know, she throws the damn mannequin doll over the railing, out the house. Peter said how the room looks evil and demonic and people are paying him out to be evil. It's like, no, they're paying you out to be a man who cheats. And there's an extra woman in your relationship. So in the room you're staying in, there's an extra woman there too, because that's the monkey in the room. That's the elephant in the room. That's the pink flamingo in the room. This other woman that there's always in y'all marriage. You know, JJ and Julia's room is full of stuff about exes because, you know, for her ex-husband who committed suicide and his ex-wife who he thinks he might still be in love with. So that's their whole room. Javi and Kill room is full of like tabloids about their relationship, which I thought that was fine. And then like Megan and DeAndre's room had like a whole bunch of pictures of her because she's obsessed with herself, and that was basically it. You know, at the end, you know, Peter was kind of freaking out about people he was freaking out like how the room to him seems evil. The room only seemed evil because it was red and black stuff, which is supposed to be sexy. You know, red is a sexy color, black is a sexy color. But he's freaking out, and you know, he then walked off and calls Tara. Peter. He's saying how he knows it's hard for Tara because she know where he is. And then he also was talking to her on the phone saying, you know, I don't know if I made the right choice. And she's like, I don't really want to hear that, you know, this is just crazy. And I'm like, if I was her, I wouldn't answer the goddamn phone. I don't want to talk to you. You are at a marriage boot camp with your wife. Why are you calling me? I don't want to talk to you. But of course she answered the phone because they act like Peter's dick is the gift that keeps giving, which I guess it is because they got all these damn babies. So, you know, he's then sitting, because he gets off the phone with her, and he's sitting wherever, like on the back porch or in the back area or whatever. And Amina come up like, you know, it's over because you don't want me, not because I move. You know, you don't want me. That's the real reason that we're over. But you know that. Leave. It's like she wanted him to say, that's not it. It's not over. I love you. She wants him to fight for her. And he ain't trying to fight for her because he don't want to be married. It's that simple. And he's like, you know, I'm not going to be made to be painted out to be the evil person. I'm not going to play the bad guy. And technically, he isn't the bad guy. Amina's just stupid and she won't leave. And she's trying to make him be something that he's not. Some guys just do not deserve the love of certain women because they're assholes. Peter is one of those guys. So, that was the end of the episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Drop any comments in the bottom. Remember to like, subscribe to my channel, and to share the videos when you can. So, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Until next time, people. Peace.